Do you feel like you're going through the motions and everything you do is on autopilot? Do you find yourself questioning your goals and aspirations, or maybe you're not even sure of them anymore? Do you feel like life is closing in on you and everyone seems to have things going on for them except you? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, then this video is for you. In the first part of this video, we'll talk about what is potentially happening, and in the second and final part, we'll address what you can do about this. Why is this happening? Distractions. Now more than ever, everything is constantly fighting for our attention. And if you don't have anything to do, the world will give you something to do. And it's interesting to see that people and companies are constantly devising ways in which they can have more of our time. And the more you get sucked into other people's worlds, the farther away you are from yourself. Back when I was in university, I got so caught up in the world of Instagram. I remember creating an anonymous account to comment on blogs. That was crazy. That's not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that happened because I was distracted. And I had to devise a way to extricate myself from that situation in my final year when I was juggling my dissertation and applying to Bank of America. And I took a short break from Instagram for that time period. And I tell you that if I had not made that decision, I probably would currently be living the repercussion of that impact. Not living in the present. A Chinese philosopher once said that you're depressed because you're living in the past, you're anxious because you're living in the future, and you are at peace if you're living in the present. You may be feeling lost because you are spending so much time in the past thinking about the good old days or regretting certain choices that you have made. You don't have control of that. You can't change any of the things that had happened in the past. You may also be feeling lost because you're spending mental real estate in the future, worrying about what would happen. You don't have control of that. You can never know at this point. To find our way back, we must consciously shift our focus to the present moment. Unrealized dreams. I've come to realize that one big driver of feeling lost is unrealized dreams. Maybe you're taught that at this time you would have graduated from university, you would have gotten the job of your dreams, or you would have been married to your life partner. And yes, having unrealized dreams sucks. It's okay to whine. It's okay to be aware of the unfair nature of life. I think life is completely unfair, and I have discussed this in a separate video. If you'd like to check out that video, it's linked here, so you can check it out after watching this. Comparison. It may sound trite, but comparison is really the thief of joy. We're no longer comparing ourselves with our friends alone. We're now comparing ourselves with strangers on the internet, and we're using their rulers to measure our worth. We start to act like everyone else, talk like everyone else, love what everyone else loves. Why are you buying this thing? I'm buying this because everyone else is buying this, even if you don't like it. The more you keep striving to be like everyone, the more you lose yourself in the process. So distractions, not living in the present, unrealized dreams, and comparison may be the reason why you're losing yourself. And so what can we do about this? Digital detox. The dopamine release from endlessly scrolling through social media can be highly addictive, and you find yourself neglecting your responsibilities or opening a fake account to comment on gossip blogs, like I did, then it's probably high time you undergo a digital detox. When I wanted to commit to this journey of creating on YouTube, I had to take a short break from social media. I was practically not on my phone all the time. And I remember my sister calling me and she was like, "What is going on?" I said, "I'm off grid. I'll be back on grid soon." And the reason I did this was because of three reasons. First, if I was on my phone all the time, I probably would not have had the zeal to create time for planning anything. If I was also scrolling through social media, I would have internalized what everyone else is doing and think that I have to create the way they're creating. And thirdly, I would have had so much overload of information that I would have been paralyzed from even taking any action. So, taking a temporary digital break might help you to get more connected with yourself and with your goals. Engage in activities that require presence of mind. This could be through meditation or journaling. Let's start with meditation. To connect back to yourself and feel more animated, you may need to try out meditation. This is because meditation helps you to silence the world and focus on the present. When I started meditating, it was a bit awkward for me because my default is normally to always be actively doing something. So I don't meditate every day, or my partner does. However, whenever I catch myself drifting away from my core, I always like to recenter my focus through meditation. Journaling. I bought this book called The Things You See Only When You Slow Down: How to Become in a Busy World. And I must say that this is the best gift that I have given myself lately. I remember reading a particular page, and the author mentioned that in situations where you find that your head is clouded with thoughts, the best way you can release and express those thoughts is through journaling. So writing gives you perspective. Writing helps you to clear out the cache, just like the cache in your browser. It helps you to clear out that cache from your brain and releases you from the burden of carrying it around. So if you ever feel like you need to express your emotions on feeling lost, then you might want to turn to journaling. And you don't have to journal through a written format. One thing that I've been doing of late is to record myself talking about how I feel, especially when I can't exactly find that time to carve to start writing about my feelings. So, depending on whichever one works for you and your schedule, you might decide to write or probably just record yourself on your phone talking about how you feel to release that stream of emotion and get connected back to your source. Be more self aware. The reason you're probably lost is because you don't even know yourself. A lot of us are complete strangers to ourselves. There's a big disconnect between the actions that we take and our internal compass that is calling us to who we really are. It's like driving a car with a blindfold on and expecting to get to our destination. No, you won't get to your destination. At best, you probably would get lost or you would cause a major accident. To truly be in touch with yourself and have more clarity on your aspirations, you need to spend more time with yourself. Date yourself, role play with yourself, and act like you're on a date with yourself. Ask yourself questions that you would naturally ask a date. What are my strengths? What do I like? What are my aspirations? How do I see the world? All of these questions, ask yourself. This will give you more clarity. Over the years, I have spent time creating some of these questions, and you've helped me on this journey of self awareness. Although I know there's still room for improvements and learning about myself every day, it's a constant journey that I don't think will ever end. But if you're interested in getting access to these questions, I can make it available for you. Just let me know in the comments section. I'll put it up on my website so that you can access it for free. And in the meantime, if you're not signed up to my mailing list, then head over to my website to get signed up and be a part of this core unit. Focus on the project of you. You are probably lost because you seem to be tied up in everyone else's business and have little to no time to focus on your priorities. There's this saying in the personal finance world that you should pay yourself first. And I think in terms of attention, you need to pay attention to yourself first. If you live every day on autopilot, then you need to snap out of that and get more intentional about how and what you spend your time on. I have in a previous video talked about the consumer and producer mindset. And if you want to learn more about that, then you should watch this video after this one. Ideally, you should be producing more than you're consuming. In a book that I read recently by Zain Asha, it's a memoir called Where the Children Take Us. And this is a book that is dear to my heart. I love this book so much. She talked about how our mom will organize her and her siblings' schedule. So ideally, you'd have 8 hours for work or for school, 8 hours to sleep, and then there's this last 8 hours. What you do with those 8 hours will determine your progression or otherwise. And this is something that I wish I knew earlier. And obviously, I know that not everyone would have those 8 hours. It probably might be 5 hours for you, 3 hours, or 2 hours, or even 1 hour, especially when there are so many other priorities and there's so many other things that are eating into your time. So it's important that you assess your specific situation and know what hours in your day you can carve out for yourself to build that future that you yearn for. Doing this would obviously help you develop focus and it has the capacity to keep you from feeling lost. So there you have it. I have shared with you some of the reasons you may be feeling lost and steps you can take to find yourself. Let me know if this resonates with you in the comment section. I always like to look through to see how this is impacting people so that I know what to create next. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.